half action back underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, here's the option. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 78 yards, and the 49ers are back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. From the 29, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, first down.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Off the play fake, Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 10th carry now for Elliott. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, this is McCaffrey. They'll get this down to the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
First down, San Francisco.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Hey, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They run with McCaffrey off the option, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. From the 36, Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Marr on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd and 10. Prescott. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Oh, what a move. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The 71 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. And right side, they're going to go option here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Garoppolo. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle from 10 yards out. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To throw again on second down. Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Prescott yet again. And this one is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. The Niners set to take over on offense. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the fourth and a very critical drive upcoming. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on third down, good for 28.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Play action, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. To throw is Garoppolo. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Now Garoppolo. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
On second and goal, here's an option play left. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Mitchell. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. The Cowboys on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To the air again, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Flush, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Micah Parsons in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. But nothing doing there. They get to the 3, and that's all. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Here's Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dak going to try and run. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Holding, offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So a big one coming now for Brett Maher. This would put them in the NFC title game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoffs, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first. And that way, you get a chance to keep a great game as well as your hopes alive as you chase the big prize.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. A nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT because you just want to settle in as you suggested, keep the ball moving, and rely on your opponent to make that first big mistake.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down at 6. Big play coming up. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A give to Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Brent, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. And what can Prescott do in the OT? To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Prescott off play action. Ball delivered complete on the crossing route, Gallup. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Remember, all they need is a field goal here, but the offense still on the field, 1st and goal. Prescott now. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Elliott. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Here's Prescott. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down. Now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it. You get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.